Sambo is a Soviet martial art and combat sport. The word Sambo is an acronym for SAMozashchita Bez Oruzhiya, which literally translates as self-defense without weapons. Sambo is relatively modern since its development began in the early 1920s by the Soviet Red Army to improve the hand-to-hand combat abilities. It was intended to be a merger of the most effective techniques of other martial arts. The pioneers of Sambo were Viktor Spiridonov and Vasily Oshchepkov. Oshchepkov died in prison as a result of the Great Purge after being accused of being a Japanese spy. Oshchepkov spent several years living in Japan and training in judo under its founder Jigoro Kano. Spiridonov and Oshchepkov independently developed two different styles, which eventually cross-pollinated and became what is known as Sambo. Compared to Oshchepkov's judo-based system, then called freestyle wrestling, Spiridonov's style was softer and less strength-dependent. This was in large part due to injuries Spiridonov sustained during World War I. Anatoly Kalampiev, a student of Vasily Oshchepkov, is also considered a founder of Sambo. In 1938, it was recognized as an official sport by the USSR All-Union Sports Committee. Styles. There are multiple competitive sport variations of Sambo. Below are the main formats that are recognized by FIAS. Sport Sambo is stylistically similar to Olympic freestyle wrestling or judo, but with some differences in rules, protocol, and uniform. For example, in contrast with judo, Sambo allows some types of leg locks while not allowing chokeholds. It focuses on throwing, groundwork and submissions, with very few restrictions on gripping and holds. Combat Sambo, utilized and developed for the military, combat Sambo resembles modern mixed martial arts, including extensive forms of striking and grappling. Combat Sambo allows punches, kicks, elbows, knees, headbutts and groin strikes. Competitors wear jackets as in sport Sambo, but also hand protection and sometimes shin and head protection. The first FIS World Combat Sambo Championships were held in 2001. The World Combat Sambo Federation, based in Russia, also sanctions international combat Sambo events. Freestyle Sambo, created and debuted by the American Sambo Association in 2004. These rules differ from traditional sport Sambo in that they allow chokeholds and other submissions that are not permitted in sport Sambo, such as certain neck cranks and twisting foot locks. Freestyle Sambo, like all Sambo, focuses on throwing skills and fast groundwork. No strikes are permitted in freestyle Sambo. The usher created this rule set in order to encourage non-Sambo practitioners from judo and jujutsu to participate in Sambo events. History, origins and influences. Sambo's early development stemmed from the independent efforts of Vasily Oshchepkov and Viktor Spiridonov to integrate the techniques of judo, jujutsu, and other foreign martial arts into native Turkish wrestling styles. Oshchepkov taught judo to elite Red Army forces at the Central Red Army House. Vasily Oshchepkov was one of the first foreigners to learn judo in Japan and had earned his nickname from judo's founder, Kano Jigoro. Spiridonov's background involved indigenous martial arts from various Soviet regions as well as an interest in Japanese jujutsu. His reliance on movement over strength was in part based on the fact that he received a bayonet wound during World War I which left his left arm lame. Both Oshchepkov and Spiridonov independently hoped that Soviet military hand-to-hand combat techniques could be improved with an infusion adaptation of the techniques distilled from other foreign martial arts. Contrary to common law, Vmenkov and Spiridonov did not cooperate on the development of the hand-to-hand systems. Rather, their independent notions of hand-to-hand combat merged through cross-training between students and formulative efforts by their students and military staff. While Vmenkov and Spiridonov did have occasion to collaborate, their efforts were not completely united. Each technique was carefully dissected and considered for its merits, and if found acceptable in unarmed combat, refined to reach Sambo's ultimate goal, to stop an armed or unarmed adversary in the least time possible. Thus, many techniques from jujutsu, judo, and other martial systems joined with the indigenous fighting styles to form the Sambo repertoire. When the techniques were perfected, they were woven into Sambo applications for personal self-defense, police, crowd control, border guards, secret police, dignitary protection, psychiatric hospital staff, military, and commandos. Development in 1918, Lenin created Vsevolozhsk under the leadership of N.I. Podvoisky to train the Red Army. The task of developing and organizing Red Army military hand-to-hand combat training fell to K. Voroshilov, who in turn created the NKVD Physical Training Center Dynamo. Spiridonov was a combat veteran of World War I and one of the first wrestling and self-defense instructors hired for Dynamo. His background included Greco-Roman wrestling, freestyle wrestling, many Turkish folk wrestling styles, and Japanese jujutsu. As a combatives investigator for Dynamo, he traveled to Mongolia and China to observe the native fighting styles. In 1923, Vmenkov and Spiridonov collaborated with a team of other experts on a grant from the Soviet government to improve the Red Army's hand-to-hand combat system. Spiridonov had envisioned integrating the most practical aspects of the world's fighting systems into one comprehensive style that could adapt to any threat. Vmenkov had observed Kano's distillation of Tenjin Shinryu Jujutsu, Kito Jujutsu and Fusen Jujutsu into Judo, and he had developed the insight required to evaluate and integrate combative techniques into a new system. The developments were supplemented by Anatoly Kharlampiev and I.V. Vasiliev, who also traveled the globe to study the native fighting arts of the world. 10 years in the making, their catalogue of techniques was instrumental in formulating the early framework of the art to be eventually referred to as Sambo. Kharlampiev is often called the father of Sambo. This may be largely semantics, since only he had the longevity and political connections to remain with the art while the new system was named Sambo. However, Kharlampiev's political maneuvering is single-handedly responsible for the USSR Committee of Sports accepting Sambo as the official combat sport of the Soviet Union in 1938, decidedly the birth of Sambo. So, more accurately, Kharlampiev could be considered the father of sport. Sambo. Spiridonov was the first to begin referring to the new system with a name similar to Sambo. He eventually developed a softer style called Samos that could be used by smaller, weaker practitioners or even wounded soldiers and secret agents. Spiridonov's inspiration to develop Samos stemmed from his World War I bayonet injury, which greatly restricted his ability to practice wrestle. Refined versions of Sambo are still used today, are fused with specific Sambo applications to meet the needs of Russian commandos today. As an Olympic sport, it is often incorrectly stated that Sambo was a demonstration sport at the 1980 Summer Olympics in Moscow, USSR. It is true that youth Sambo was demonstrated in the Games' opening ceremonies. However, Sambo was never formally recognized as a demonstration sport. This common error in history books is noted in several sources, including from SAMozashchita Sambo by Anatoly Makovetsky and Lukashov's History of Hand-to-Hand Combat in the First Half of the 20th Century, founders and authors. Furthermore, the official documents of the 1980 Olympic Organizing Committee do not mention Sambo as a participating sport in the Games. As a side note, demonstration sports were suspended after the 1992 Summer Olympics, with the changes in Olympics judo in 2013 and the proposed removal of freestyle wrestling from the Olympics. There has been a great migration of wrestlers to Sambo because of its all-encompassing techniques and dynamic yet consistent rules. Today, in 1968, the FILA accepted Sambo as the third style of international wrestling. In 1985, the Sambo community formed its own organization, Federation International Amateur Sambo. In 1993, FIS split into two organizations, both of which used the same name and logo, and the two groups were often referred to as FIS East and FIS West. This split mirrored the last days of Cold War politics of the time as well as the recent breakup of the Soviet Union. In the U.S., disagreements between the sports organizers and the rise of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the 1990s slowed down the growth of Sambo before the success of several Sambo fighters increased its popularity a decade later. In 2005, FILA reached an agreement with FIS West and reassumed sanctioning over sports Sambo. However, in 2008, FILA again discontinued sanctioning Sambo, and Sambo is now notably missing from the FILA website. At present, only FIS sanctions international competition in sports Sambo. In 2014, FIS and FILA signed a cooperative agreement. While this does not place Sambo back on FILA's recognized list, it does move towards unity and prevents future turf wars regarding the sport's promotion. A similar agreement was signed by FIS and the International Judo Federation in 2014 as well. Both FIS and the World Combat Sambo Federation host international combat Sambo competition. The American Sambo Association has continued to host freestyle Sambo tournaments in the US and Canada since 2004. These events are unrecognized by FILA. Rumors rising in 2012 stating that Sambo will be included as a demonstration sport in the 2016 Olympics are therefore not supported by any facts, and thus Sambo is still a very long way from maturing into an Olympic sport, notwithstanding the effort that is being put into the matter. Indeed, given the intention of the Olympic Committee to remove classic wrestling from the Olympic roster, there are rumors that Sambo is highly unlikely to ever make it to the Olympics. However, Sambo has been included in the 27th annual Summer Universiade for the first time in history. FIS submitted an application to the International Olympic Committee (IOC) to consider Sambo for the 2020 Games and has devoted 2010 to 2013 to creating a Sambo Commission in the International Sports Press Association. This close relationship is re-establishing the global popularity and media emphasis on Sambo. Uniform and ranking. A Sambo practitioner normally wears either a red or a blue jacket, or a Sambo uka similar to a gi top, a belt and shorts of the same color, and sambetki borsovki. The Sambo uniform does not reflect rank or competitive rating. Sport rules require an athlete to have both red and blue sets to visually distinguish competitors on the mat. In many countries, a competitive rating system is used rather than the belt color ranking system used in judo and jiu-jitsu. Various sport organizations distribute these ranks for high levels of competition achievement or in some cases coaching merits. People who have earned these ranks are known as masters of sport. Institutions that grant a Sambo Master of Sport in Russia include FISFKE and the International Combat Sambo Federation. Other nations have governing bodies that award Masters of Sport as well, including the American Sambo Association in the United States, FIS World Sambo Championships. Medal table: FIS Hall of Fame. Champions: Fedor Emelianenko, 4-time world champion, European champion, and 6-time Russian national champion. Murat Kasanov, 11-time world champion, 7-time European champion, 19-time Russian national champion. Irina Rodina, 11-time world champion. Svetlana Galyund, 7-time world champion. Founders: Vasily Oshchepkov, Viktor Spiridonov, Anatoly Karlampiev. Sambo fighters. Sambo fighters are athletes who train, compete and coach under the rules of Sambo. American Sambo Association U.S. Sambo Archive. The American Sambo Association has compiled the most extensive archive of American Sambists competing abroad as well as U.S.-based Sambo tournaments held since 1973, as well as other important pieces of U.S. Sambo history dating back to 1968. The database currently has over 1,400 entries. Only verifiable results have been included in the database, to be listed in the ASHA archive. Verifiable evidence of an athlete's participation and/or placing must be provided. This can include official results, photos on the podium, magazine and newspaper articles, certificates, passbooks, awards, etc. Champions: Fedor Emelianenko, 4-time World Combat Sambo champion and 6-time Russian National Combat Sambo champion in the +100 kg division. 2-time Russian National Judo bronze medalist. He was the last heavyweight champion of the former Pride Fighting Championships and was the consensus #1 ranked heavyweight MMA fighter in the world for over 7 years. Marko Kosev, Bulgarian national and the first and only 5-time World Combat Sambo champion. Vitaly Vmenkov, 4-time Sambo world champion, 4-time Russian national champion. Alexander Pushnitsa, 3-time Sambo world champion, 2-time European champion, 9-time champion of the USSR, merited Master of Sports of the USSR. Rasul Mirzayev, World Combat Sambo champion in Tashkent 2010. Igor Korenoy, a merited Master of Sport, 3-time Sambo world champion, a 5-time Sambo World Cup champion and director of Borek Sports Club. Andrei Arlovsky, former UFC heavyweight champion. He was also the Junior World Sport Sambo champion, as well as a silver medalist in the World Sambo Championship and World Sambo Cup. Vladimir Kyalinin, 1972 European champion and USSR champion, 1975 world champion and USSR champion. Afad Rajabli, world champion and multiple champion of Azerbaijan. Ron Tripp, 1994 world champion and 7 times world medalist, capturing 8 U.S. national titles and 6 Pan Am golds during his career. A judo champion and current General Secretary of USA Judo. Tripp was promoted to 10th degree in Sambo in 1995 and became America's first international distinguished Master of Sport in 1996. Also in 1996, he served as world team coach at the Tokyo World Championships. At the 1993 U.S. Sambo Championships, he scored a total victory throw victory over Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu legend Rickson Gracie. Clinton Burke, NCAA wrestling finalist and All-American from the University of Oklahoma, was a 4-time finalist in world competition beginning in 1987, when he earned a silver medal in the World Cup in Tokyo. He won world championship silver medals in 3 different weight classes, closing his career in 1993 as runner-up in the World Championships in Stavro, Russia. Lance Campbell, sports Sambo world champion, one of only 8 grapplers selected to compete in the Ultimate Submission Showdown. Martin Clark, the father of British Sambo, multiple-time FIS British Sambo champion, World Games silver 1985, World silver 1986, World Masters silver 1997. He is the only person in Great Britain to receive the FIS gold medal for services to FIS. He holds the rank of headmaster in combat Sambo and sports Sambo. Amy Ehlenfeldt, an accomplished U.S. judo player, she won the 1991 FIS World Championships in Montreal, Canada, becoming the first American woman to achieve victory over a female USSR competitor. Alexander Emelianenko, Fedor's brother, is a 5-time Russian national combat Sambo champion and 3-time world Sambo champion in the plus 100 kg divisions. Jason Gabrielson, 3-time world champion, 1-time World Cup champion, Pan American Games champion, 16-time U.S. champion competing in all age groups. Only U.S. lifetime undefeated champion, was nominated for the American Sambo Association's Pioneer of American Sambo Award. Is also a champion wrestler and judo competitor. James Chico Hernandez, first Sambo champion to be featured on a box of Wheaties Energy Crunch. He won the 2000 FIS World Cup silver medal, FIS Pan American silver medal, 10-time USAAU Sambo champion, 3-time British FIS silver medalist, and bronze medal winner at the 2010 FIS Championships of Scotland. 2009 American Sambo Association's Pioneer of American Sambo Award winner, and he is the first Sambo wrestler to appear in CNN's Faces in the Crowd. Scott Sonnen, Honorable Master of Sports in Sambo from the AASF, was nominated for the American Sambo Association's Pioneer of American Sambo Award, World University Sambo Games silver medalist, USA Grand National and Pan American Sambo champion, and USA National Sambo team coach. Zurab Bekochvili, World Sambo champion, Russian, U.S. Sambo and AMP judo champion and AMP, a leading Sambo authority in Florida, USA under American Sambo Federation. Zurab Bekochvili holds a notable victory in a 1993 sports Sambo match against Scott Sonnen. Igor Yakimov, World Judo Champion, as well a World Sports Sambo Champion and a medalist at the Combat Sambo World Championships. Irina Rodina, Russian Women's Sports Sambo Champion, Judo Olympian, and mixed martial artist. David Rudman, USSR Champion of the first International Sambo Tournament at 70 kilograms, and first World Champion in the weight category up to 68 kilograms. Yuri Rybak, Belarusian Sports Sambo Champion, and World Judo Silver Medalist. Andrei Kazushnik, Belarusian Sports Sambo Champion, European Judo Champion and Olympian. Blagoy Ivanov won the over 100 kilograms combat Sambo gold medal at the 2008 World Sambo Championships. At 22 years of age he notably defeated Fedor Emelianenko, 4-time World Combat Sambo Champion. Sergei Grishicha, 2-time Lithuanian Combat Sambo Champion, mixed martial artist. Rumen Dimitrov, World Combat Sambo Champion, and mixed martial artist from Bulgaria. Rosen Dimitrov, World Combat Sambo Champion, and mixed martial artist from Bulgaria. Genrik Schultz, 6 times Soviet Sports Sambo Champion, the first Kapitan of the USSR national judo team, European Judo Champion. Marko Kosev, 5-time World Combat Sambo Champion from Bulgaria. Other notable Sambo fighters: Khabib Nurmagomedov is a Russian mixed martial artist. He competes in the UFC lightweight division. He is a former Sambo world champion. Denis Iver is a Russian-German mixed martial artist. He competes in the UFC featherweight division. Amir Sadolla is an American mixed martial artist. Fights as a middleweight in the UFC, has a black belt in Sambo. Gokorchevich is an Armenian judo, wrestling and Sambo instructor, who resides and teaches in the USA. Hiroshi Hayes, Japanese Olympic wrestler turned pro wrestler who learned Sambo in an expedition to the Soviet Union in 1989. Takayuki Iizuka, Japanese pro wrestler who learned Sambo in an expedition to the Soviet Union in 1989. Dean Lister, an American MMA fighter and 2x-ADCC champion, has a background in Sambo. Alexei Olenik, Ukrainian mixed martial artist and combat Sambo competitor. Ibragim Magomedov, a Russian mixed martial artist. Viktor Vmenkov, Russian World Cup champion and emerging mixed martial artist. Oleg Taktarov, UFC 6 champion, UFC 95 Ultimate Tournament finalist, and actor. Megumi Fuji, a current MMA fighter. She is known as the Princess of Sambo. Sergei Kharitonov, a former Pride Fighting Championship competitor. Satoko Shinashi, an accomplished Japanese mixed martial arts competitor often called the Queen of MMA. Oleg Prudius, a Ukrainian professional wrestler best known for performing on WWE's Raw brand as Vladimir Kozlov, has experience in Sambo among other martial arts. Professional wrestler Dave Taylor was a Sambo champion in England and is a third-generation practitioner of the sport. Volkan, Russian hybrid wrestling competitor and mixed martial artist. Also the first primary trainer for the Russia top team, the mixed martial arts team for which Fedor Emelianenko, Alexander Emelianenko, and Sergei Kharitonov all were members. Zudochki J. Rustam, Russian combat Sambo Grandmaster, 2 times European champion, 9 times WCC street fighting champion. Jalal Damirov, Azerbaijanian Sambo Grandmaster, 3 times European Sambo champion, 10 times Azerbaijan Sambo champion, International Sambo Championship 2nd place. Fictional Sambo fighters Boris Ivanov and Alexander Karida from the manga Shifo Saikyo no Dushi Kenichi both use Command Sambo. The fictional character Blue Mary of the King of Fighters video game series uses a stylized version of Sambo. Sergei Dragunov of the Tekken series uses the military version of Sambo. Bayman and Leon of the Dead or Alive game series both use combat Sambo. Sarax and Sector use Sambo in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Zangief of the Street Fighter series uses a variation of Sambo and integrates it into pro wrestling. Abel from Street Fighter 4 is a Sambo practitioner. Mikhail Bakunin of the TV series Lost appears to use Sambo, probably due to his military training before joining the Dharma Initiative. Michael Weston uses Sambo as part of his undercover operation in the Burn Notice episode Comrades. Rumble Fighter, an online fighting game, allows players to purchase a version of Sambo. Igor, main character in Paulo Coelho's book The Winner Stands Alone, uses Sambo on some occasions. Valery Ilyuchin from the manga Shamo is a 3-time Sambo World Cup winner in middleweight. Colonello from the manga and anime Katekyo Hitman Reborn was a master of Sambo as well as karate. Yuri Boyka, played by Scott Adkins in Undisputed 2, Last Man Standing and Undisputed 3, Redemption, uses a variation of Sambo. Koba, declared to be a world Sambo champion, who was a character played by Kurt Angle in the movie Warrior. Sonikov, a character in the novel Ryamde by Neil Stevenson, uses Sambo techniques during the story. Captain Strong in the Japanese version of Earthbound references it with his Sambo Mambo martial arts. In the American version, this was changed to Mambo Tango Foxtrot martial arts, most likely because of the word Sambo. KGB spy Ilya Kuryakin, man from U.N.C.L.E. in the dossiers of members of U.N.C.L.E. is credited to be Russian Sambo champion RNS 1953. Name controversy. Although Sambo is a Russian acronym, exponents of the sport in the English-speaking world have faced problems concerning the word's racial overtone. Sambo representatives were forced to choose the politically correct spelling Sambo. The name had unwanted associations in other languages, too. In Spanish, it means in towing a pigeon toe, to refer to someone who has legs like this. In Swedish, Sambo is the term for an unmarried couple living together on permanent basis. To avoid further confusion, FIS references the sport with an acronym spelling Sambo.